Supersized, America's favorite cookie. Well, my favorite cookie. We made 2 gigantic homemade chocolate cookies and then sandwiched them with a sweet whipped vanilla bean filling. Perfect for dunking in a bucket of milk. You guys know I love Oreo. From our Oreo churros to truffles to even drinking it in a decadent frappuccino. So when you requested we supersize it, I knew it had to be our next video. So this recipe is pretty easy. We're gonna start by making the dough. So into my large bowl, I'm just gonna mix together our sifted flour, cocoa powder, and a little bit of salt. Now it's really important that you get this special dark cocoa powder. This is what's gonna give the cookie that dark, almost black color. Now into my stand-up mixer, I'm gonna cream together our sugar and butter. Once that's combined, I'm gonna add in our eggs and vanilla, and then just mix on a medium speed. Next, I'm gonna add my cocoa powder mixture a little at a time. Awesome, now we can put this into our 2 tart pans. Now I found these 2 8-inch round tart pans online. What I love about them is that they have these nice grooves that kind of mimic the shape of the Oreo. Plus, it has a removable bottom, which makes it really easy when you're taking the cookie out after it's baked. So I'm just gonna put about 2 cups in each of the pans. Now using my hands, I'm just gonna press the dough into the pan. You want it to fill about half the pan. And make sure you push it all the way to the side so you really get the shape of those grooves. 1 down, 1 to go. These look good. Now I'm just gonna pop them into the oven that's been preheating at 325 degrees for about 40 minutes or until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Now for the rest of the dough in the pan, I'm just gonna put this on a piece of plastic wrap and place it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. This is just gonna help it firm up because with this dough, we're gonna make the decorations and accents that go on top of the cookie that really make it a supersized Oreo. Now it's time to make the sweet, yummy filling. So we're gonna start by creaming our room temperature butter. And then I'm just gonna slowly add our powdered sugar a little at a time. Once that's combined, we can add our vanilla bean paste, mostly because I love those little specks of vanilla. And then add your little bit of milk. Now I'm just gonna mix this until it's combined and nice and whipped. So now I'm just gonna put it in a 6-inch round cake pan that I've lined with a little bit of wax paper just to make it easier to get out. And then flatten it out until it's nice and smooth and even all across. Now I'm just gonna pop this bad boy in the refrigerator for about an hour to let it set. So while our cakes are cooling and our filling is setting up in the refrigerator, we're gonna make our Oreo accents. So I'm just gonna add a little flour to my surface and just roll it out until it's about a 1/4 inch thick. For our cookie cutters, I found these online. I just got a set of alphabet letters and a couple squares to make my triangles. And if you were baking this giant Oreo for someone's birthday or something, you could spell out their name or write happy birthday on top. Great, so we have our letters. Now we're gonna make those tiny little triangles that go around the cookie. I'm just using a couple square cookie cutters. And then I'm just going to cut this square into a ton of different triangles. Now I'm just gonna keep cutting out the accents and have a little fun with it. But before I bake these, put them in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes to help them set up. This is a great tip anytime you're making cutout cookies. It helps them keep their shape. Then we're gonna pop this in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes or until the cookies are nice and firm. So I have my 2 cookies, the filling and the toppings. Now we're just gonna assemble it. So I'm just gonna take my cookie out of our pan, put it directly in the middle of the filling, carefully. So like that. Oh my gosh, this looks insane. Now to add the toppings, I'm just gonna use a little bit of chocolate frosting that I put in this squeeze bottle as glue. I'm gonna start by putting this ring directly in the middle of the Oreo. All right, now let's put these triangles to use. On an actual Oreo, these make the shape of a square, but leaving a little spot in the middle because that's where I'm gonna put the tiny little Oreo balls I made. This Oreo is looking so cool, but we have to add his little name. How great does this jumbo Oreo look? I mean, from that chocolate crumbly cookie, the vanilla bean buttercream, and the top of this Oreo looks just like a real Oreo. I am just so happy with how this turned out. Now, if you love Oreo or you have a friend that loves Oreo, share this video and make sure you tag them. And if you want more supersized desserts, check out our giant peanut butter cup and our ginormous ice cream sandwich video. I'm Brandy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.